Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a 2020 reading. All right, so I just want to see what's going on for your energies in 2020, what we have going into the year, and what is going to pan out throughout the year. Oh, well, the first card we got is a return of someone. All right, so this could be like a twin flame, a divine masculine, but someone's reaching their hand out to you, okay? They want to reconnect. Oh, and then received another hand. So definitely someone has their hand reaching out to you, okay? Whether you're going to take it or not is up for grabs, no pun intended. So we're going to keep exploring that. Interesting to get two hands. You did receive some sort of message, or you are going to be receiving a message. We've got cycles, pride and ego, mute. I feel like you've gone through a lot of cycle. The answer is yes, and devotion. I feel like you guys have gone through a lot of cycles with this person where it's up and down, they're in and out. It could be a lot of things like according to the moon cycles and stuff, but the answer is yes, and devoted. I feel like devotion. I feel like this person is invested in you despite how things have been. I feel like there's a lot of pride and ego at play here, and I feel like they've held back because of that. But I feel like this new year is going to bring a lot more consistency with this dynamic, okay? It could be anyone that you're thinking of, but I feel like it is someone that has left and come back a lot with the cycles. And I feel like there's been times where you guys don't communicate at all, okay? I'm going to pull from this Oracle of Dragon, Fae, and see what other Oracle messages I could get. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to pull from these, and then I'm going to clarify them by tarot, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you guys, this season is over, huh? Came and went like that, just like a Sagittarius. Like a fire that comes and then ends quickly. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The Green Lady of Dragoch, which is the chosen one, and 4 of Wands. Oh my God, you guys, that's so cool. So this is saying like this is like your twin flame, okay? That's the 1111, or it could just be someone who wants to have a very solid, stable foundation with you. Like you're the one that they want to build this life with. That's so cool, right? I love when I get 2 cards like that together. So I do feel like whoever you're going to be involved with this year is going to be very serious about you, okay? They're going to feel like either you're the one that they just met or you're the one that got away. And I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of happy times together, okay? This is going to be a very positive reunion that you finally have after a lot of in and outs here, okay? Really cool, Sagittarius. We've got nurture, tenderness, 5 of Wands, very interesting. So I feel like in the past you've had a lot of battles, and now it's time for you guys to be more nurturing to each other, more nurturing to this relationship, have more softness and kindness and less, you know, of these battles, these like volatile exchanges. I feel like this is saying like soften the edges, like try not to be so defensive, try to see the other person's point of view, try to be compassionate, okay? Really cool. All right, we've got 7 of Swords and emotional flow. I love how the colors line up here too. Like, look at the colors here. I can't plan this crap. All right, those colors, and now look at these colors, all right? So I feel like this is interesting to get 7 of Swords and emotional flow, because I feel like 7 of Swords is like a sabotager, you know, and I feel like this is saying don't sabotage the emotional flow, like let things flow, let things go, don't try to control things so much, just let it kind of be, okay? So when you find yourself wanting to create conflict or do these things that might hurt the relationship, remember what it is that you really want and try not to sabotage it. Also, there could have been deception in the past, and I feel like don't, you know, constantly bring up the past if you want this to go right, okay? Also, feathers could be a significant thing. If you see feathers along the way, that's a sign that you know, you're being protected and you're on the right path, okay? Because there's a lot of feathers in this card. All right. We've got bells will ring, which is so cool, and a 5 of swords. There's a lot of like 5 of swords, 5 of wands, 7 of swords. So I feel like the number here is 31 too, and there's also a lot of birds. I don't know if birds are significant, but I feel like with the 5 of swords, it could have been like in the past, a lot of words were exchanged. But bells will ring and 4 of wands, I feel like let go of what things used to be, because you're blocking, by thinking about that, the potential happy ending that you could have. This could even be with a new person, okay? But I feel like bells will ring is also saying like the battle will finally come to an end, all right? So stop like living in this like past of like when everyone's pride and ego were like playing a big role, and just kind of let things flow. Like I got emotional flow, okay? So I feel like there's only so much fighting and battling and defensiveness that could happen, and then people just need to kind of let things be and like chill out, okay? So I'm gonna pull a few tarot cards for what the main themes of 2020 will be for you guys, and maybe some of the main players, okay? So what are the main themes for Sagittarius in 2020? Ace of Wands, wow, okay. I'm getting a lot of cards, 5 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so you might be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, specifically Virgo. Things might move slowly out of a phase of heartache, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of new beginnings and a lot of passion, okay? And I feel like a big theme for you guys is going to be this 4 of Swords energy. So taking time to really contemplate things, not reacting so impulsively, just taking a lot of space to meditate, to think about things, to calm yourself, to nurture yourself. I did get that nurture tenderness. So being nurturing with yourself is going to be a big thing. I feel like a big challenge is for you guys to not feel like you have to make things move so quickly. The Knight of Pentacles moves very slow, but very deliberately. And, you know, with the Pentacles, they invest a lot of energy and time in this. So I feel like just taking things slow. I do feel like you guys are going to have a lot of passion. You're going to have a lot of new passionate beginnings. There's going to be a spark that's reignited in you, which is really cool. And this could be like in this card, it's like a crown chakra where you get a lot of ideas come to you. But I feel like your mind is going to be expanded. You are going to be excited about new beginnings, and there's going to be a lot of like fire in you to get started with things, okay? Now, I do see that there's some grief. I'm going to pull a couple more cards and see what this 5 of Cups is for you guys in the upcoming year, okay? What's the 5 of Cups going on for Sagittarius? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So there's another feather in here. I don't know if there's just like a lot of feathers in this deck, but it's so beautiful, this 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like there might be something that you wanted to be seen for, that you put a lot of work in, that you thought could be turn out in the way. And I feel like a big challenge for you guys is going to be to let go of the idea you had of something, even though you invested a lot. Sometimes we do that and things just don't turn out the way they want, but that investment is still energy that we put into the universe that will come back to us in another way. So it might not be at the time we think, but I feel like this is like you guys putting in a lot of energy and hoping to shine in that light, and there's might be a disappointment around that, but I feel like it's going to come back to you in another way. So don't let that discourage you, okay? I feel like there's like this energy of just like you guys needing to go with the flow this year, okay? So I'm going to get some signs from Spirit and see what else Sagittarius needs to know about 2020. $11. So you guys continue to be on a spiritual journey. Seashell protection, incubation. This could also be what that 8 of Pentacles is about, is like it might not come when you think. Satisfaction and feathers, you guys. Feathers are a huge thing. I kept saying it, and now I pulled the feathers card. I can't believe it. Because look at all these Look at the feather even here. This is kind of like her altar, okay? She's got a feather. And then you had all these feathers, okay? So black feathers, white feathers, whatever, but also I got protection. So every time you see this on your spiritual journey, know that it's a sign from spirit in some way or another. And it's protecting you, okay? It's telling you that if there's something that doesn't work out, it just wasn't meant to for your greater good, okay? So feathers are going to be significant along your spiritual journey. I feel like there might be something significant that happens in April around the springtime. Every time I see this eggs card, I think of like Easter, okay? And then I feel like you guys are going to ultimately obtain satisfaction. And just remember to enjoy yourselves and to, you know, enjoy the journey, okay? And just keep staying spiritually locked in, and make sure you're paying attention to the signs and you don't overlook these little things that are guiding you, okay? I'm going to pull some from the, my hair is crazy, sorry. Some from the shadows and see what are some of the shadows like holding back the person that you're dealing with, or maybe you in 2020. Pitiful, silenced, and secretive, okay? So I did get the Seven of Swords earlier, and I did get the mute. So I feel like this person might still be holding back with things that they want to say as 2020 comes forward, and I feel like you're going to feel like, I'm looking for the mute sign. This is pitiful because you're kind of just like over it, but try not to stay focused on that energy. Even though I am pulling these cards, I just kind of want to see the potential things holding them back, and secretive. So I feel like that's what that Seven of Swords is. You still feel like they're holding things back and they're not telling you everything, but don't focus so much on that. Just try to focus on what you want the relationship to be, and positive affirmations, and believing that, you know, eventually this, like, whatever shadiness or whatever is going to end, and either it's going to be with this person or it's going to be with someone else. But don't get so caught up in trying to unveil these secrets, because as you know, they always come out anyway, okay? All right, Sagittarius. So last but not least, I'm going to pull some messages from the twin flame messages and see what this person's higher self wants to communicate to you, okay? So what are they wanting to tell Sagittarius that they're not telling them right now? What are some of the messages that this person wants to say to Sagittarius? Am I good enough for you? I miss the feel of you next to me. There are still so many things left unsaid between us. And I look at your picture often. You guys are like, there's still so many things left unsaid between us, but you're not saying anything. You're silenced. You're mute. There's something that holds this person back. You know what it is? Pride and ego, okay? This holds this person back from saying what they need to say. I feel like this is a message I always get in your reading. So I feel like a big theme for 2020 is like, you guys know the battles have been here. You know there's this person can be pitiful. They have issues, okay? But this, you know, a lot of the signs I got, like empowerment and like self-love. With you guys, I got this more energy of like trusting, not like letting go of control, letting things flow, and just continuing to be on the spiritual journey, because Sagittarius is a very spiritual side. So as much as you don't like the way things are going, as much as you want to say this person should be this way, they need to get over it. They need to go at their own pace, and you need to focus on things you can control and things you can't, and just letting the universe do its work, okay? This person is saying, I do look at your picture often. I miss the feel of you next to me. So they do desire you, okay? But there's some self-esteem issue. Like, am I good enough for you? They hold back. But remember, the first card I got was return, all right? So they are going to return to you. They are going to come back. There might still be an in and out energy, but I feel like with this devotion, you're going to see a lot more consistency in this year, okay? So Sagittarius, that's the message I have for you. Remember, they're probably looking at your social media. Look at your picture often, or if you've sent them pictures, all right? So you're on their mind. They are thinking of you, but I did get this pitiful card. So, you know, that's sometimes the energy they can have. And they can have a lot of pity for themselves for some reason, like the am I good enough for you? They might like being in that victim mode. So there's a lot that needs to be said. I feel like things will unfold. You guys will go through a lot of cycles here in 2020, okay? So hold on for the ride. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.